of United Housing.
You sure you don't want me to say something?
Or maybe after I speak.
Oh.
Again, first line. So, thank you for allowing me to be here. I came to Top Shop many years ago at a different location, but this facility is really nice. And just want to thank Lynn and Troy for inviting me. They've been speakers, volunteers with United Housing for over 5 years. And they support our efforts, so I just want to thank them. And yes, Troy, you could, after this, you can come up and say whatever about me. But you should have handouts. You should have two. And the first one is a United Housing brochure. And the United Housing brochure just tells you a little bit about what United Housing does and who we are. So if you turn to the back flap, I think it's on the outside, it tells you our mission and our history, our service, who we are. And Lynn did a great job, but just to let you know a little bit about homebuyer education classes, we do offer free homebuyer education classes. It gets Joe's clients ready to go to the bank and get that loan approved. So we help clients get ready. We also have one-on-one credit counseling. Our one-on-one credit counseling, clients can come in, we pull their credit, we give them an action plan, and we get them ready for home ownership. So once they go to the bank for a mortgage loan, they're ready. Once they talk to their real estate agent, they're ready. So we try to educate them. Not only do we have homebuyer education and the counseling, right now we have a home repair loan, a small home repair loan from $5,000 to $15,000. And it's for people that maybe they can't get a loan at the bank. So they can come to us, we can help them get a new roof, we can help them with the electrical or their plumbing problems. So we're proud of that program. It's only been around for about 6 months, so we're trying to help, and as Lynn said, rebuild neighborhoods and create strong, healthy neighborhoods. So we do it one house, one street at a time. And as Lynn said before, she did a great job, we have foreclosure intervention. We have a counselor on staff that will work with families. Maybe they've lost income, they lost their job, maybe they lost their spouse, they're going through a divorce. If they need some help because they're past due on their mortgage, they can come to us. We have a counselor on staff that can help them get a loan modification. A loan modification would help to lower the payment, lower the interest, and get them back on their feet, and also help them to stay in the house. Foreclosure intervention counseling is free, so we do offer that. And we have homes for sale. So we are a small nonprofit. We produce affordable housing. Right now we have brand new houses in the Fraser area, North McLean, James Road. New construction, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. The great thing about these houses, they're energy efficient. And to my knowledge, I think they're the first and only houses with solar panels in West Tennessee. And they come with a tankless water heater. One of my dreams to have them. They're eco-friendly and they're energy efficient. So that just tells you a little bit about United Housing. Of course, the brochure tells you more, and our contact information is on the back of that brochure. And I forgot to say, we are a nonprofit United Way agency. United Way created us about 20 years ago, and we're still here. We're still helping the public and creating affordable homes and helping neighborhoods. So I'm here to talk to you about holiday scents. Now, I've been at United Housing for over 15 years, so I've talked to thousands of families. And this time of year is really crucial because we're coming upon the holiday season. So when we think about the holiday season, we think a lot about shopping, right? And spending. I was reading an article the other day. This financial advisor said, the holiday season is an assault on our senses. I said, So we're captivated by the music, right? Holiday music, the lights, the decorations. I love Christmas decorations. And then food, the smells of baked cookies. I'm looking at Lynn. And the smell of pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie. So we're just captivated, right? And that gets us in the Christmas season. And when we talk about the Christmas season, we talk about now it's time to go shopping, right? Okay. Is this you during the holidays? pulling your hair out, money flying out of your wallet, and your budget is just shot. Right? Statistics show that 45% of people wish Christmas didn't happen. They just bypass Christmas. About 52% said they're stressed out because of the gift giving. They choose what gifts to give and how much money to spend. And then also receiving gifts. So gift giving nowadays is sometimes to the point where you feel as though you're forced to do it, you're responsible, it's an obligation, and so that can create stress. And 69% of people said, you know, they like the money and they like the time for the holidays. So if that's you, but this is where you want to be, maybe experience a calm time, a calm holiday time. Would you like that? Okay, it's possible. All you have to do is organize and prioritize and plan. Make a list of everything you would like to accomplish during the holidays. So that could be gift giving, that could be travel, that could be decorating, that could be baking. And then the next thing you want to do is go back and list those things in order of importance. And then there may be some things on the list that you just want to take off the list because they're meaningless, they're more expensive, it's just not worth your time. And then you want to focus time and energy on things that give you pleasure, so you can enjoy the holidays. And then there are a few budgeting tips. First of all, you want to create a spending plan. You want to know how much money you have to spend. You're not going to rob Peter to pay Paul. You're going to have X number of dollars to spend for Christmas and holiday shopping. Right? And then you're going to create a shopping list. And hopefully you'll trim it from last year. So maybe last year you bought all your friends and family's gifts. So maybe this year you could trim back. Maybe you can pull names in the household. Or maybe just give gifts to senior relatives in your family. So look at trimming that expense back, especially if you look at your budget and it's just not a lot of money there to spend. And then when you go shopping, take a predetermined amount of money with you. Okay? And then use cash. Many times we don't see cash anymore, right? Okay? What about a debit card? Okay. And know how much you can spend. The last thing you want to do is put your credit cards in your wallet. Because if you put your credit cards in your wallet, you're going to do what? Use them. Use them, right? Okay? And then when we use our credit card, it seems like we have a limitless amount of money. Then we get home, we want to cry about it. Okay. So we don't want to do that. Also, you want to take advantages of sales. Now, if your email is like mine, is bombarded with every store around, telling you about the holiday sales and which days the sales are and how much off. So you want to take note of those things. And online shopping. How many of you do online shopping? It's the best thing ever. So you don't have to worry about the crowds. You can still get the sales. I've heard this year Walmart, instead of having people just bust through the doors, they're doing their Black Friday online. Have you heard that? Okay. So it's great. So you don't have to get trampled going into Walmart this Black Friday. So online is great. Definitely try to get the free shipping, get the online specials. And the great thing, it comes right to your door. So you want to take advantage of that. You want to take advantage of the dollar stores. We got Dollar Tree, we have Dollar General. How many of you go to Dollar Tree? You can get great things. Especially I go there for my gift wrap paper, Christmas cards, little accessories, and some decorations. So the dollar store is a great place to go. And then layaway. How many of you are old enough to know about layaway?
Troy told me about it.
Troy has a little knowledge.
He usually says his mother.
But layaway is back. And Walmart has layaway. We have one Kmart here in the city in Raleigh. Have layaway. People go to Marshall's, TJ Maxx. So layaway is still there. You know, find out the layaway policy. Maybe it's 30 days, a little bit more. And then you can use cash and it takes some planning because you want to put those things in layaway, make payments, and get them out on time. So layaway is definitely a viable option. And then things that we make. Anybody make anything?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh, great. Okay. And baking? Okay. That's a great thing to do. If you do woodwork or you're baking, or one year what I did, I had some old Christmas tree ornaments in my attic that I hadn't used for years. I went to Michael's, I got the door wreaths, and I put those Christmas tree ornaments on the door wreath. All I needed was a glue gun, and I have customized door wreaths that I gave to family and friends, and they love them. And it's a gift they can use year after year after year. So just think about, take some time, think about what you can actually do. And gifts from the heart means a lot more than going to the mall and getting a sweater, right? Things that we do best. You could be given a gift certificate, I'll babysit for you. That's a huge gift. Also, it could be to sew, or drive a friend, or take someone to the grocery store, or take a friend to lunch. Maybe have a coupon, 2 for 1, so you can take that friend to lunch. So it doesn't have to be an item from the mall. And then our passion. You could donate to a charity, or donate to United Housing in the name of someone. So donations, it's always great. And then set realistic expectations, okay? Realistic expectations of what you can actually do. Can you go to all the parties? Can you host all the events? Can you buy all the gifts? So set realistic expectations of what you can actually do. And then when you go shopping, make sure you have a route. Don't just go out there on Saturday morning around 12 noon and say, oh, I'm going shopping. Have a plan. Right now we have a new outlet mall in South Haven. I think it opens on Friday. So if you're going to the outlet mall, I would say go early in the morning, be the first one there, and then know the stores that are in the mall and map it out where you want to go first, second, third, fourth. And in Sunday's paper, they already had 20% off at a lot of the stores in the outlet mall. Did you see that? I see somebody happy with that. And avoid last minute shopping. Because now you're in the hustle and bustle, you're going to make some rash decisions, and you're going to pay too much and spend too much money. And just be aware of those physical and mental signs of stress. When you have a headache, when you're yelling at the kids, when you're irritable, if you're feeling that while you're shopping because of the hustle, the bustle, and the traffic, maybe you just need to stop and go home, right? So, avoid the mental and physical stress. And then, have you ever arranged a day to go shopping? Maybe you can't take off a full day, but maybe a half day. And take that list, and take the cash, the debit card, and take some time to map out your route, and that would definitely avoid stress. And then preview all the sales, online. You can call the stores, just preview all the sales so you'll know exactly what you're shopping for. Go out, when you go shopping, holiday shopping, go out with a plan and go out with a set number of dollars that you're willing to spend. And once that money is gone, guess what? The shopping is gone. Shopping is over. So, streamlined festivities and expenses will make for a happier life, and it just takes a few planned steps. So in your packet on the very last page, there is a budget, holiday budget. And this is just a guide, kind of help you a little bit. At the very top you see gifts and charitable giving, gift wrap, postage, donations, and then cash gift to service people. So if you go to a hair salon, a nail shop, or your postman, you may want to give them a gift. Guess what? You need to list them here and how much you're going to give those service people as gifts. And then food and entertainment. How much are you going to spend for that extra food that you're entertaining? And Christmas cards, party supplies, and then if you're entertaining, paid help. Are you going to have a bartender? Are you going to have caterers? So list all of those things. And then you're going to put a dollar amount by it, a budget, what you're going to spend. And then in the second column, you're gonna put, what did you actually spend? And then if you're falling short somewhere along the line, okay, I need to cut out a few things, right? So the holidays there are to be enjoyed, not to experience a lot of stress and aggravation, and it all depends on us to get through the holidays. So, thank you for your time and effort. This is my contact information, but it's one more slide. I just wanted to show you real quick. On Thursday, November 19th, we're having a fundraiser, United Housing. As I said, we are a nonprofit organization. We rely on donations and grants. So we're having a fundraiser, November the 19th, Thursday, at the High Cotton Brewery at 598 Monroe. So if you're in the area, come out and join us and support United Housing. Thank you.
I have a question with foreclosures. If we have friends and family that are facing that, I mean, give us the ideal scenario, like at what point can you help them, at what point do you say, I'm so sorry, it's inevitable?
If they're past due, if they are one payment past due or two payments past due, and they see they can't make those payments, and they have a legitimate loss, I lost income, my hours of work were cut, we've had some people on commission. A few years ago, the real estate market just plummeted, so we had a lot of realtors, different people on commission. So if income is dropped or catastrophe in your family, my husband is sick, he can't work anymore, whatever those catastrophes are, you can come to our office. We talk to your lender, ask them to work with you. We collect all the financial documents, we help you set up a budget, and we go through the process with you. So working with the lender and also talking to the lender and giving them options. Asking the lender, can you do this? Will you reduce the rate? This would really help this person. Can you reduce the payment? So we go through it with you in order to get a solution. Now, modification is not the answer to every problem. Sometimes it may be the best thing for the person to move. So we look at every possible option for you. So once you make that final decision, you've looked at everything and that's the best solution for you.
And I don't mean to hog the questions, but, and maybe Carl Fay can tell us about this too. Is first-time home buying school mandatory by some lenders, or is it totally optional?
It is mandatory for some programs, especially for down payment assistance programs. We're here in Tennessee Housing Development Agency. It is mandatory if you're getting down payment assistance or some of their loan programs. So many times it's mandatory, but we love to see people just come in because they want to know about the process before they get started. And so we do recommend that. So if someone calls, just getting started, come in for the one-on-one counseling where we talk to you individually, which is great, and then we refer you to clients. Recently I had a client I worked with them for 3 years. It was a husband and wife, both in the medical field. They had an income. They needed to work on their credit. They had to get their student loans back in shape. And we worked with them. They saved money. They worked together on their budget. And now they purchased. So, great. I think Joe was first.
Do you have a, well, I mean, I know in my business, I have people come and we pull a credit report and we see that they need, 30 or 40 points on their credit score really quick. And my personal team that I train, we're trained on the credit simulation program. And we can get their scores up, like 30 or 40 points within 30 to 45 days sometimes. But there are some clients that come in that need a lot more extensive work on their credit. Do you have anybody at United Housing that could help somebody who maybe has a lot of things that have to be done?
Well, those are people that normally come to us.
Yes.
So the people that you can see and you can fix them in 30 days, you usually keep those. So lenders do make referrals to us. You make referrals to us, and it's those long-term customers.
Who do I refer to, Sharon?
You can call me or call the main number on the brochure, either way. And they can come in and we let them know. We're honest with them. These are things you have to do. And it's a step-by-step process. So we have an action plan. What's first, what's second, what's third. And then they can come back in for follow-up sessions or
Is there a
call
cost to that
installation.
on the credit guidance?
They only pay for the credit report, and it's our cost, so we share that cost with them, but the counseling is free.
Thank you.
Good job.
And I think you had a question.
Yeah, I have a question, a couple of questions, and that was one of my questions. Thank you, Joe, for doing that. The second one is, your homes for sale, what price ranges are they in?
Right now, we have one subdivision going, it's in the Fraser area, right now it's in the low 100s. It's down payment assistance on those up to about $20,000. So it's for families in the low and moderate income range that we can get into those homes. Right now, probably the next few months, we'll be buying some houses in other neighborhoods. So those prices will always be under $100,000, maybe around $80,000 range. And we try to also, if we're selling the house, we also try to have some down payment assistance that can help them get in the house.
Do you rehab the ones that you buy?
Oh, absolutely. So that's the great thing about it.
They're in terrible condition or something, and they can't sell FHA or THDA.
If we buy them, we will renovate them. If we have to put, $40,000 into it, we'll renovate them. So our clients, they're move-in ready. So if we replace the heat, the air, the paint, the car, whatever it takes. So that's one thing I'm really proud of. All they have to do is move into them.
And if you don't mind, one more question. Are you THDA, I take it you're THDA qualified to
Yes. So United Housing is a HUD certified agency.
Okay, good.
So we're on the HUD website. We're certified. THDA will accept our homebuyer certificates. Mississippi Home Corps will also accept our homebuyer certificates. And we're working with Arkansas Housing Finance Agency right now to get on their website to be one of their approved educators. Thank you.
The demographic, as far as age goes, for those people moving into the homes, do they tend to be, working family age with children, or they're seniors that also purchase?
Usually they are working adults with children. Average age would be around 35 years old. Usually women, single women with children, are our typical clients.
Gotcha.
But we will work with anyone. Probably a year ago, I had a family come in. They were both in their 80s, and he couldn't hear, she couldn't see very well. So they were buying their first house. They were
Right.
from New Orleans, and they were a victim of Katrina. And they were here in Memphis. They bought their first house, and we work with them. So they didn't come to the traditional class, Lynn, but we had some videos, we had books, we had their adult daughter to help them. So any age group, but our typical client would be in their mid-30s.
Okay.
Sharon, you hear the city is talking about some of these houses quite are needing a lot of repair, mow the home, people for the yards. Is the city taking advantage of United Housing to be able to maybe just to give you houses to repair, and are they working with you on some of those houses that are dilapidated?
Well, good point. When the market crashed back in 2008, there was a national program, NSP, Neighborhood Stabilization Program. So those were federal dollars that came into the cities, into the county. So the city did have money to purchase those houses, and we were able to, they did work with United Housing and other nonprofit agencies to get those houses, renovate them, and put them back there on the market. So we did work that program. That program lasted a few years. So now the NSP dollars are gone, neighborhood stabilization dollars are gone. And so we're always in the city's, door, knocking on the door. What can we do? What programs you got? We're here, we're ready. So whenever the city says yes, housing, community development, we're there. And my boss, Tim Bolden, he's always there looking for different programs, different grants, how we can go into neighborhoods and revitalize them. Now, one thing with some of the city's properties in the neighborhood stabilization, we've gotten rid of the last of them, and 4 of those houses last week went to veterans. So we were happy to do that. Matter of fact, those houses went to veterans at no cost. They only have to pay the taxes and the insurance, and they were so excited. So we're trying to work with veterans and all groups.
One of the programs that I have in certain neighborhoods is that we have a shared care, because we do in-home care. So anytime there's a group of, seniors or whatever that are close in proximity to each other, we just help each one for a couple of hours just to keep the costs down. Because normally most agencies require at least 4 hours, and not everyone can afford that.
Right.
So if you ever see an opportunity for someone to step in like that, let me know.
Okay, I definitely will, and you have my phone number.
Yes.
Now, we work with SERVs, Shelby Residential, and also with Meritan.
Okay.
So we were able to help them and partner with them to get a grant. They were able to purchase homes.
Right.
And we completely renovated those homes. Some homes are brand new, and they were able to move at least 3 or 4 families into those
Wonderful.
homes. And we were able to retrofit those homes so they could have the wheelchairs,
Yeah,
and also the bathroom. They
Right.
could get to the doorways are wide,
yes.
ramps. So we will partner with anyone. So just give us a call.
Okay.
And
When you rehab these homes, do you have employees, or how do you select contractors to do the rehabbing?
good question. We have a list of contractors, and they write bids. First of all, we have someone to go out that works for United Housing and say, this is the scope of work. And then the contractors go out and bid on it, and we take I guess maybe not the lowest, but the most reasonable bid. And then we have a home inspector to go out and inspect the work for there. So our contractors in the community, as long as they're licensed, they're bonded, we make sure they do good work, because we have an inspector that will inspect that work.
Good.
Because they have to be FHA qualified, the house. Does it?
Yes, because for our houses, they will actually, they will get a mortgage loan. Now, for SERVs and also Meritan, on the other hand, they're buying those, but we want to be sure they're up to code, up to spec. And then our name is on the line, so we want to be sure when these families move in, they're happy. And if they're not happy, we're going to call that contractor out and say, this family's not happy, you need to do A, B, C. So we make sure.
Good.
You do all of this with monies from the public?
Absolutely. So United Housing, we're a nonprofit agency, we're a United Way agency. We get grants from United Way, donations from banks or other businesses, and then foundations. We'll apply for grants from foundation. We're a HUD agency, so they do give us a few dollars. We are a part of the network, NeighborWorks. And NeighborWorks is a national organization where Congress gives them funds, and they help support about 250 agencies like United Housing across the United States. And I think I have 30 seconds.
And you do fundraisers, fun fundraisers.
We do fun fundraisers. So Troy Lee can tell you about that. We try to have fun too. Did you have one more question?
I thought you did a wonderful job.
No, I have one more. My husband volunteers with Habitat for Humanity. Do you ever work with Habitat?
Oh, absolutely. We were partnered with everyone. I refer some clients to Habitat because their houses are, supported by volunteers, and it may be a little bit cheaper. They send people our way. I've had them on my board before, so we partner with other entities. So we have a list of partners. So we will partner with anyone as long as we can, help a family and bring affordable housing. Thank you so much.